Well, Matt, this time yesterday evening, members of this Jehovah's Witness congregation had no idea of the horror that was about to unfold. A former member, presumably someone they all knew, came in and started shooting. As you said, 7 innocent lives were lost before he turned the gun on himself. But it could have been much worse. Police found 20 magazines in his backpack. Their fast actions undoubtedly saved lives. This evening, people have been coming to the scene to lay flowers. But one lady told us of the panic amongst neighbours when a text came through warning them to stay indoors. Yes, gun attacks have happened in Germany in recent years, but not this city. Politicians here are once again promising to toughen up gun laws.
Guns raised, tentatively moving towards a threat yet unknown. This last night after reports of gunshots inside a Jehovah's Witness worship hall in Hamburg, where those who entered earlier that night for some quiet reflection find themselves cowering, desperate and running for their life. Some of the coats hung without thought on arrival may never be worn again. 7 people, including an unborn child, were killed in the shooting. 8 others were seriously injured. At this stage, it still wasn't obvious if the gunman was still at large. Some of the victims are searched before they're allowed to leave. A witness in another building films the terrifying sounds coming from nearby and speaks into the microphone. "What is happening here?" he asks, then adds, "The guy at the window, the guy shoots and then there is glass shattering and he gets into the building now. He's shooting inside as well now. What the hell is happening here?"
There were people being carried out. There must have been at least 25 shots that I heard. After the police arrived, there were no more shots for a long time, and after about 5 minutes, there was another shot.
5 Minuten ungefähr gab's noch einen einzigen Schuss.
This morning, the bodies of the victims were wheeled in silence to vans waiting to take them away. Among them, 4 men, 2 women, and an unborn female child. Somewhere too is the body of the man who caused this horror.
When police arrived here 4 minutes after the shooting began, the gunman fled to the floor above and took his own life. Police have named him as 35-year-old Philipp F and said he was a member of this congregation up until 18 months ago when he left of his own accord, but on bad terms.
Hamburg police were warned of Philipp F's state of mind in January. An anonymous letter advised them to review the gun licence of the attacker, saying he harboured a particular anger towards religious followers, especially Jehovah's Witnesses. Police say they made an unannounced check, but he was cooperative and had no signs of ill mental health.
You say you were given a warning about this man. Knowing what you know now, do you wish you'd investigated it in a different way? Do you have any regrets?
Also, man muss noch mal sagen,
Well, our colleagues followed this anonymous report using the legal means available to them. They went there and checked him out. They said we don't have a legal basis to request a psychological assessment that would then lead to perhaps withdrawal of the license. We need to look into what can be done better. What can be changed must be changed.
This afternoon, Germany's Interior Minister met with emergency services at the scene and reiterated the desire to change the law.
There is a need to act on a better exchange of information between authorities and the issue of a psychological suitability test, which is why I have arranged for such a draft law.
While those in power contemplate how to stop this happening again, those who live near the scene are left to question how it happened in the first place.